welcome to the KnowZone. I'm Celestine and you can call me Celo.
And I am Shooty Bobo, you can call me Bobo.
And I'm Fiona. This is the place where we have so much fun while we learn.
What are you up to, Bobo?
Well, I promised my family that I'd say hello to them today.
Well, Bobo, are they big fans of the KnowZone?
Of course they are. They love Spell It and Hot Numbers.
Well, Bobo, I'm sure they're going to like today's show because we've got cool words and another animated story.
And I think we should get going with the show. I don't want to keep them waiting.
Of course, Bobo. Let's head out to the chill out zone. Hello, everyone. Hello.
Now, let's say a big hello to everyone watching at home.
Hello, Dad. Hello, Mom. Hello, my brothers, my sisters,
Bobo,
my uncles.
how big is your family?
Well, there must be about 10 of us in our troop.
Wow, that's big. And our topic today is family.
Please, can you tell us what today's buzzwords are?
Love. Marry.
Grandmother.
Brother.
Thank you, everyone.
Now, I hope you wrote down the buzzwords because they'll be featuring throughout today's show.
And I wonder what our friends in the study buddies are up to.
Well, let's find out. It's time for Study Buddies.
Is Diana on punishment too?
No, she's hurting, probably crying because of what happened.
She was really mad. What happened was not right.
Did you see her face? She looked like she might cry.
Diane is too strong to cry, so don't talk about it. If you talk about it, it will become a big thing, and it isn't.
But the prank was a bit funny, though it hurt her feelings.
I was just trying to be funny, and Diane knows that.
What will your family say, Patrick?
Leave it alone. It was just a joke.
Diane, you should not be sitting all alone.
Yes, you'd come out and play with us.
I don't want to play. I just want to stay here. Then come help me with the garden and take your mind off what your brother did. Did I say something wrong? Yes, because Patrick is no longer my brother.
You can't say that. He's your brother. You share a mom.
I don't care. I don't care about him anymore. Patrick is not my brother. We are no longer a family.
Guys, we have to do something. We have to bring Patrick to say he's sorry.
You're right. The best thing we should do is show that Patrick is a good brother.
Then I'll look for him and get him to tell sorry to Diane. His jokes went too far this time.
I just cleaned there. Watch out. It's fine. I'll clean it again. Have you seen Diane? I need to talk to her.
She doesn't want to talk to you because of what you did.
It was just a joke. That's what I wanted to tell her.
Maybe you thought it was funny. Maybe to Joseph and a few people, but not Diane. She is really mad. She's even saying that you're not her brother anymore.
Well, if she can't handle the joke, I can't help her.
You need to go tell Diane you are sorry.
Why?
That's what you do when you love someone.
Well, if it's really about love, Diane needs to grow up. It was just a joke. I'm sorry she was hurt. I was just joking.
Some things are more serious than jokes, Patrick.
What happened?
Patrick won't tell Diane sorry. This is not how brothers and sisters should act.
Maybe one of us go speak to Diane.
I'll go. I saw her in the
No,
classroom.
I'll go. You should calm down.
Careful.
Do you need a sorry too?
If you are giving out sorries, why don't you give Diane one?
Look, you silly boy. It was a joke. You were there. I didn't think everyone would make it such a big thing.
But I don't know. Shouldn't she also get a sorry? If I get one for my shoes, sorry is free.
No, she needs to understand jokes. It was a joke.
But why laugh? She needs a sorry, not laughter.
Hey, are you okay?
No, but I'll be fine.
I just wish it didn't have to be this way. Don't worry about Patrick. The rest of the gang is going to talk to him. I'm sure he'll change his mind.
But he won't change. My grandmother always has said that he should take care of me, but he never has.
Sorry.
What do you want?
I think you should say sorry to Diane. She's very hurt by the things you did.
Who will make me?
It's the right thing to do. You did the wrong thing and didn't act like a brother at all. You should say sorry.
It's not like I want to marry her. She's my sister. I was going to say sorry, but since she can't take a joke, I'll keep my sorry to myself.
But you're her brother. You need to do something to make her feel better and to make her know you're really sorry.
If she wants my sorry so much, she'll find me here.
You don't even deserve someone as nice as Diane to be your sister.
What did you just say? She's my sister, not yours.
Let go of me.
Just because you play in a shack in the forest, it doesn't mean you're family.
Stop!
Get lost and let me talk to my sister.
You shouldn't have done that. It was very bad. Grandmother wouldn't be proud of everything you've done.
Well, grandmother isn't here now, and I'm not going to say sorry because it was a joke. If you can't handle it, tough.
So, are you feeling better now?
I'm feeling better. How are you?
I'm good. I just realized that if you've done something wrong, you should say sorry. And if someone loves you, they'll mean it.
So, is Patrick still your brother?
Yes, he's still my brother, but he's not sorry. I just wish he would know that what he did was wrong. Anyway, you guys are my friends. JC, come!
Sure.
Things are getting really tense in the study buddies, but did you enjoy the episode today?
Yes!
Excellent! Did you hear any of today's buzzwords?
Yes!
My family just called me, and they think that Study Buddies is so good, and they were wondering if they could watch the next episode right now.
Ah, Bobo, did they really call or you just want to watch more study buddies?
Well, you'll have to wait till next time. But right now, we've got to head to the learning zone for hot numbers.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, Teacher Flora.
Welcome to Hot Numbers. Now, today, I want to talk about money. In particular, borrowing and lending money.
Whoa, now, isn't that what the banks do, Teacher Flora?
That's exactly right, Bobo. Now, if you lend this 1,000 francs, then I want to charge you for borrowing it equally. If you deposit the 1,000 francs in a bank, you'd want to get paid. We call the extra amount of money that is either earned or paid as a result of lending or borrowing money interest.
Well, now that is very interesting.
Thank you, Bobo. Now, the amount of interest is usually expressed as a percentage of the amount lent or borrowed. In most cases, we calculate the interest on an annual basis, which we call percentage per annum. This can be abbreviated to PA, as we can see here on the board. For example, a bank might charge you 5% per annum to borrow money. Now, to calculate the total interest, what do you think we need to know?
How much money is being lent or borrowed?
That's excellent. We call the money being borrowed or lent the principal, or P for short. Now, what else do you think is important to know? Yes, Ariella?
The length of time we're borrowing or lending the money for.
Very good. The length of the loan is very important. And what is the final thing? Yes, Shema?
The percentage that will be charged.
Perfect. We call the percentage the interest rate, or R for short. So, let's recap. To calculate the amount of interest that we're going to pay or earn, we need
Principal amount of money being lent or borrowed.
Good. Next. Yes, Ariella?
Duration of the loan.
Good. Next. Yes, Shema?
Rate of interest.
Good. Do you all understand?
Yes.
Very good. Now, there are two types of interest. Let's look at the formula for calculating simple interest first. So, to work out the simple interest, we multiply the principal, which is the amount borrowed, by the rate of interest, and then multiply it by the period of time, and then divide our answer by 100.
Teacher Flora, I am a bit confused.
Don't worry, it is a tricky topic, but let's take a look at a real-life example. So, say I lend you this 1,000 francs for 2 years, and I'm going to charge you an interest rate of 5%, which means it is 1,000, which is the principal, multiplied by 5, which is the rate, and then multiply by 2, which is the time, to give us an interest of 100.
All right, I get it now.
Well done. Now, the other type of interest is compound interest, which is a bit more complicated. With compound interest, the interest is calculated annually and then added to the principal for the following year.
Well, Teacher Flora, now that sounds really complicated.
It's easier than it sounds. Let's look at an example. So, say I lend you 1,000 francs at a rate of 5% per annum, but for 3 years. So first of all, we calculate the interest for 1 year. We use the same formula as simple interest, but remember we're just calculating the first year. So in year 1, the interest is 50, which means we're calculating the original principal, which is 1,000, multiply by the rate of 5, and then multiply by 1, which is the time. And when you divide that by 100, you get 50. So in year 2, we add the interest from year 1, which is 50, plus the original principal, you get 1,050, multiply by 5, which is the rate, multiply by 1, divide that by 100, and you get 52.5. And then to calculate for year 3, you take the interest, which is 52.5, then add it to the other principal of 1,050 to get 1,102.5, which gives you an interest of 55.1%. Now, to calculate the interest for the 3 years, we add up all the interest rates, which is 50 plus 52.5 plus 55.1 to give us 157.6.
Wow, that is awesome. I understand now, Teacher Flora.
Very good. Just remember, calculating interest is just about knowing how to apply the formula.
Oh, I know. Now, with simple interest, we calculate the interest all at once. But with compound interest, we calculate it year by year.
That's great, Bobo. Now, we're out of time for today on hot numbers, but well done, all of you, for working so hard. It's time to take a short break, but we'll be back soon with Spell It.
That's right, so see you soon. Welcome back to the KnowZone, where everyone is welcome like a big family.
Where today's topic is family.
It is. Now, let's remind everyone what today's buzzwords are.
Love.
Marry.
Grandmother.
Brother.
Thank you.
Did you know that my brother is very good at spelling, even better than me, even though he's younger?
Well, do you think he'll be as good as today's studio guests?
Well, I'm not sure about that.
Well, let's find out as we put our guests to the test.
It's time for Spell It.
Animal. Chapter. Building. Narrow. Respect. Meter. Deep. Vegetable. Work.
Welcome to Spell It, the game show that plays with words and letters.
Now, Kaitare, Teta, And Renee, you're about to step onto the spelling spot to compete for the title of today's KnowZone Spelling Champion.
The winner of today's competition will win some English textbooks for their school, as well as very special prizes for themselves, thanks to our friends from the Longhorn Publishers.
Now, each contender has just about 25 seconds to spell correctly as many words as possible. If you did not hear the word, simply say the word repeat, and I'll repeat the words to you. Are the rules clear?
Yes.
Now, remember, today's words are from a topic of...
Family.
Okay, first contestant Kaitare, may you please step onto the spelling spot. And your 25 seconds starts now.
Well.
W-E-L-L.
Min.
M-E-A-N.
Nephew.
N-E-P-H-E-W.
Relative.
R-E-L-A-T-I-V-E.
Relationship.
R-E-L-A-T-I-O-N-S-H-I-P.
Grandchild.
G-R-A-N-D.
Time is up.
Thank you very much, Kaitare. Please step back.
Okay, second contestant Teta, may you please step onto the spelling spot. And your 25 seconds starts now.
Love.
L-O-V-E.
Child.
C-H-I-L-D.
Niece.
N-I-E-S-C-E.
Married.
M-A-R-R-I-E-D.
Generous.
G-E-N-E-R-O-U-S.
Grandmother.
G-R-A-N-D-M-O-T-H-E-R.
And time is up.
Thank you very much, Teta. Please step back.
Okay, now our final contestant Renee, may you please step onto the spelling spot. And your 25 seconds starts now.
Kind.
K-I-N-D.
Argue.
A-R-G-U-E.
Cousin.
C-O-U-S-I-N.
Sibling.
S-I-B-L-I-N-G.
Girlfriend.
G-I-L-L-F-R-I-A-N-D.
Grandfather.
G-R-A-N-D-F-A.
And time is up.
Thank you very much, Renee. Please step back.
Very well done, everyone. Selo,
Yes, Bobo.
please help us find out who our winner is.
Okay. Now, Renee, you were able to spell 4 words correctly. That was very good. And you spelled the word girlfriend with our G-I-double-L, yet the word we wanted was girlfriend with our G-I-R-L-F-R-I-E-N-D. And then, Kaitare, you were able to spell 5 words correctly. That was so good. Although you just ran out of time, but you spelled all the words correctly. And finally, Teta, you were able to spell 6 words correctly.
Wow. And that means that today's KnowZone Spelling Champion is Teta.
Wow. Congratulations, Teta. May you please come forward and pick your textbooks.
All right, Teta, very well done. And well done to all of you for spelling so many words correctly. And you each get a special prize thanks to our friends at the Longhorn Publishers. So come and get your storybooks. Come.
Wow, Selo, this was a great competition, but I wonder how Bobo's brother got on.
Our studio guests were pretty impressive. Now, if Bobo's brother loved spell it, I'm sure he's gonna love what's coming next.
Well, it's time for some cool words.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, Teacher Flora.
Now, today we're talking about family. When we talk about our family, we often refer to them as a single unit. For example, my family likes spending time together.
Oh, mine does too, Teacher Flora. Although sometimes grandmother says that we are getting under her feet.
That's interesting, Bobo. Now, if we want to refer to members of our family separately, rather than collectively, we use words like each, neither, or either. Let me give you some examples. Each of my siblings ate their dinner. Neither of my brothers finished their homework. Either of my brothers will play football with me. What did you notice when I used the word each? Yes, Delphine?
Each meant the same.
Very good. We use each when our group is doing the same individual action. What about neither? Yes, Kaitare?
It sounded negative.
Well spotted. We use neither when nobody was doing a particular individual action. Finally, what did you notice about either? Yes, Teta?
It sounded like if it could be one or the other.
That's excellent. We use either when there's a choice between two individuals carrying out an action. I'd like each of you to come up with a sentence using one of these words on the board. Yes, Delphine?
Each of us passed the exam.
Very good. Next.
Either of my parents takes me to school.
Excellent. Next.
Neither of my brothers is married.
And you, Bobo?
Each of my family loves watching the KnowZone.
Excellent work, everyone. Now, if members of the family are doing the same action, we can use the phrases each other or one another.
Teacher Flora, what's the difference between them?
That's a good question. If we're just talking about two people or things, then we use each other. For example, my grandmother and grandfather love each other.
Oh, that's very sweet. Now, how about one another?
Well, we use one another when we're talking about more than two people or things. For example, my sisters and brothers give one another gifts. Do you all understand?
Yes.
Well, each other is for two people. One another for more than two people. Well, that's too easy.
Bobo, that's interesting that you use the word two, because I wanted us to talk about it.
Oh, well, that is because I am too clever.
Of course you are, Bobo. We use the word to reinforce a description. Think of it as meaning very. For example, it is too late. We can also use it to explain why we did not complete an action. For example, it was too late to visit my friends. We can also use the word to mean also. For example, are you finding this lesson easy too?
Yes.
Well, let's put you to the test. Please, can you each come up with a sentence using to? Yes, Delphine?
My grandmother always makes too much food.
Very good. Kaitare?
My brother loves to play football too.
Excellent. Teta?
My father wanted them to marry too.
That's perfect. And you, Bobo?
I was too tired to finish my homework.
Oh, Bobo, that always happens. Now, I'd like you all to come up with one thing that you've learned from today's lesson. Yes, Delphine?
We use each when people are doing the same thing.
Very good. Kaitare?
We use to emphasize or to mean also.
Great. Teta?
Use each other for two people doing the same thing, or another for more than two things.
Good. How about you, Bobo?
Either means a choice of one or the other doing an action, and we use neither when no one from a group has done an individual action.
Excellent work, everyone. You are all paying attention. You've all worked very hard. We've reached the end of Cool Words for today, but I hope that each of you will join us next time. Now, though, it's time for something that's too interesting to miss.
That's right, it is story time.
Welcome to the African Tales. This is the story of Daughter of the Forest. Once there was a human child who was born in the forest. The forest animals called her daughter and raised her as their own. They named her Mutesi. Mutesi loved the forest and never wanted to leave. She spent her days collecting fruit and berries with the monkey. In the evening, she bathed safely in the river, fearing nothing of Crocodile, her snappy brother. Now at night, Mutesi slept curled up on a high branch with the leopard. All the animals of the forest loved her, even strange old Tarantula, who was like a grandmother. Now early one morning, with the dew still on the leaves, a stranger came to the forest in the form of a snake. a red and white striped viper. The viper asked the crocodile, "Why do you not eat that human child of yours? She looks extremely tasty. If you don't want to eat her, then give her to me." "Eat Mutesi?" asked the crocodile. "We could never even think of such a thing. She has grown up in the forest with us." The viper slithered away, but the slither turned into a walk as the animal changed back into his true self. The evil wizard of the mountain with his flowing red and white cloak. Now, luckily, Bird had been cleaning Crocodile's teeth and had seen and heard everything. He went to tell Mutesi and Leopard. Then suddenly, a flash of purple lightning broke open the forest sky. Leopard leaped onto all fours as the tree was hit by a powerful force. Bird arrived just in time. "It's the wizard of the mountain. He has come for Mutesi," he screeched. Leopard threw Mutesi to Bird, who flew off with her. But Mutesi was too heavy and Bird dropped her to the forest floor. Before any animal could do anything, the wizard was standing there right next to Mutesi. "Mutesi, have you ever thought how you came to be born in the forest?" asked the wizard, his wand crackling with magic. "No," said Mutesi. "I never questioned what is good." "Well," the wizard began, "here is the bad news. I made you in the heart of the mountain, and I threw you down into the forest to see what you are made of." Mutesi put her head in her hands and cried. "And now it is time to come with me, marry me, and learn my ways," said the wizard. "I don't want to learn your magic," said Mutesi bravely. "I will stay with my family." "Okay, let us see," said the wizard. He pointed his wand at Mutesi and hypnotized her with a vision of power. The wizard's spell held Mutesi high up in the sky. Mutesi could see the whole forest. Now she saw the animals looking small and helpless. Mutesi could control the weather, the wind, the rain, and the sun. Mutesi didn't want to give up this power. Bird and butterfly flew round and round Mutesi trying to break the spell, but it was too strong. The other animals all shouted from the forest floor trying to warn Mutesi, but Mutesi couldn't hear. Mutesi played with the weather and it rained heavily on the heads of the animals below. Imara was soaked to the bone and he became scared of Mutesi. "Maybe Mutesi is dangerous like the wizard," said Imara. But the other forest animals didn't agree. "Now Mutesi is our relative and we must help her," they said. Imara spoke to strange old Tarantula, and Tarantula used her skills to spin a large net. It was hard work, but she didn't stop until the net was complete. So the animals gathered together and threw Tarantula's silky net into the air. The net caught Mutesi and brought her down to the forest floor. Now the wizard tried to break the net, but it was too strong. The net had somehow filled with all the love the animals had for Mutesi. The animals spoke to Mutesi very kindly. "Don't you remember how much you love the forest?" they said. "We are your family. We will always love you, even if you are in the mountain with the wizard. But is that really what you want?" Mutesi saw the animals for who they really were again. "I don't want to be in the mountain. Let me stay with you," she said. Realizing he was defeated, the wizard changed into a viper and slithered away, never daring to show his face in the forest again. And from that day on, Mutesi lived safely in the forest where she always wanted to be. So sometimes when it rained hard on Imara's head, Mutesi found she could make it rain literally. And now that is the end of the story of the daughter of the forest.
What a lovely story! Did you all enjoy it?
Yes, and I'm glad that the girl stayed with her family. It goes to show how important families are.
Well, that's very true, Bobo, but I'm afraid we've run out of time.
Hey, Mom and Dad, I'll be home soon and I'm very hungry.
Bobo. Okay, thank you all so much for joining us today. You've all been amazing. Thank you for watching.
Well, from everyone at the KnowZone family, we'll catch you next time.
So come on, everyone, let's say goodbye.
Goodbye.